Hello, Innovation Hour class, and welcome to Screencast number 6. This will be your second to last screencast because next week will be our final week for this class because the seniors' last day is May 13th. And as promised recently, or as promised before even this break started, since over half of our class is seniors, we are not going to, the final due date for everything is the seniors' last day. So our class will be over effective May 13th at 2 p.m. Just quickly to go through a quick reminder for you guys, I am on your classroom page. I am under classwork tab. If you go to your Zoom link, you'll see that I am available live for you guys to talk to every Tuesday and Thursday from 12 to 12:30. If those times do not work for you, just simply send me an email and I will set up a time with you that works at your convenience. If you guys have questions about this assignment, because this assignment is different than what you've been doing in the past weeks, okay? This is where you're going to tie it all together and bring it to a nice close and get a chance to reflect on what you have learned from your 30-day challenge. So if you guys have any questions on this new assignment, please do not hesitate. Come into Zoom on Tuesday or Thursday, 12 to 12:30. Send me an email or set up another Zoom session that we can talk and I can answer any questions for you. So what is the assignment? Here is your 30-day challenge final assignment. Okay, so we're going to go through what all this means. I have an attached document for you guys right here that you're going to use that'll go over the requirements for your 30-day challenge project. It is due May 13th at 2 p.m. I do have a sample website that I'm going to go through with you guys as well, and this will be your final assignment for Innovation Hour. So I'm going to open up this document. I am also going to open up, this is the sample website. So I'm going to walk through this with you guys kind of to compare step by step what this should look like. So directions, you will complete your web page to demonstrate what you learned from your 30-day challenge. You will go to your Google site, and this is my sample Google site that I've included for you guys to look at. I should have done the weekly blogs with you guys, but I did not do that. I was bad, but this was a sample weekly blog that I started off with you guys on. This is the page that I went through and I updated kind of as a reflection for what I've been doing for my 30-day challenge. So go to your Google site that you've already created. I do want you guys to rename the home page. I want you to name it Final Reflection, and the directions to do that are right here, but I will also show you oh, I guess I can't because I'm not here. Let me go to my sites and I'll show you guys how that works. So if you simply go to your sites, go to new Google Sites. This is my site that I have been working on as it loads. Okay, so if you simply go up to where it says Pages, and this should say Home on yours default. If you click on these three dots and you go to Properties, then you can rename it. And I would like for you guys to call this your Final Reflection. Okay. All right, so going back, I want you guys to rename the home page your Final Reflection page, and the directions are there for that. You can customize and insert content by simply clicking on Insert. So I'm going to go back to what my editing page looks like. Insert is where you guys add content. You can make it very customizable by adding text boxes or images. Here are preset layouts for you. Guys, you can insert pictures, and you can also insert videos, both, okay? So I want you guys can play around with some of that. It's kind of fun to customize it. And I played around with customizing my banner across the top and different layouts that are available there for you as well. These are the things that your reflection has to include. You must have a title. So give your 30-day challenge a title. This should be at the very top of your reflection page, and it should be a creative way to look at your project. So looking at I called mine the 30-day horse training challenge. Okay, so that was my title. A brief description of your 30-day challenge. What was it? What was your ultimate goal when you decided on this 30-day challenge? And why did you choose it? So going through, I answered the question, what was my challenge? I gave you a little background on why I chose it, and kind of what my ultimate goal was whenever I was hopefully at the end of this 30-day challenge. And this is kind of my beginning picture of where I started off. And if you guys want to read it, you're welcome to. But the stretch. Explain how this challenge was a stretch for you. How did this activity encourage you to try something new? So this was actually also a picture. Both of these pictures were day one of my challenge. And I explained to you guys how this was a stretch for me because I have never worked with a young horse before, and this horse just turned a year old. So I have only worked with the youngest horse I've ever worked with before is a 3-year-old. So this was a stretch for me in that I had never worked with a horse that really didn't know any basic manners. It was kind of interesting there. The next thing, we didn't get to do the KWH LAQ chart for the 30-day challenge. We did it for a previous assignment or for your previous projects before we had to adjust things. So, but I don't want you guys to go back and do the KWH because it's not necessary. But I do want you to think about the LAQ. So reflect on what you learned, what action are you going to take, and then what questions do you still have. So going down through, this is my LAQ. I talked about what I learned. I talked about the actions I took to learn them. And then I talked about the question that I still have. The next thing, letter E, what roadblocks or problems did you encounter during the challenge, and how do you plan to overcome them, or how did you overcome them? This is a picture about midway, and I should have put it was about day 15, 16. It was about midway in the challenge. It was exceptionally difficult that day. She decided to be scared of, I really don't know what, but something was terrifying. So this was a roadblock, and this was how I overcome it. I tied her up and I let her deal with it and face her fears for just a little bit. Mind you, I did not go off and leave her. I was still in the area with her to make sure she didn't get hurt, but I had her face her fears on her own. What did you learn about yourself from the challenge? Now, this is different from the L of what did you learn. This is more about what you get to reflect on your own personality, kind of what you learned about yourself. For me in this, I learned that perseverance is the key, that even though I had setbacks, after we'd made progress, I still learned that the process is not a straight line where every day gets better. I have to be patient with her, and I had to stay calm. Okay? And I encourage you guys to include pictures and videos to chart your progress. If you don't have any personal pictures or videos, simply find images online to represent your learning. But your page should be nice and neat, and it should be visually appealing. And it should kind of show you through the process. By the time I finished with the horse, she was barely halter broke to begin with. By the time I finished, if you guys want to watch the video, she is jogging around and doing some basic lunging things. So she has definitely, both of us together have learned a lot. So each of these are worth 10 points apiece for a total of 70 points altogether. And then I'm also giving you guys 10 points for creativity, 10 points for clarity, and 10 points for organization of your website. So this is the same information in a table format if that works better for you, so you can kind of see how I'm going to assess your projects. So that is your reflection project, and this is the last assignment for the class. This will be due on May 13th, so you don't officially have an assignment due this week. So for that reason, I need to do some sort of an attendance to mark you guys as credit for attending the class. So I'm going to ask you guys to fill out this form. This is just a check-in. It's super quick. Just kind of let me know how you're doing. And it also is kind of neat to kind of let me know what your final takeaways are from the class. So as an added note, guys, I am very sorry that things definitely did not work out as planned this semester. I know some of you guys had some phenomenal projects you were working on, and I am so sorry that they did not work out. For those of you that are not seniors, I hope maybe you'll consider taking the class again next year to pursue that same project. Seniors, guys, all I can say is I wish you the best, and I would stop by and see me again sometime, because this was definitely unexpected and nothing I've ever experienced before myself. So I wish you guys the best. If you all have any questions, please let me know. I'll do one more screencast next week, but it'll probably be pretty short because it's just kind of to touch base and remind you of a few things. So if you guys have questions, let me know, and have a great week.